whole that's it. That's the whole intro.
Hmm. Wow, are you really going to do our audience like that?
I am, yeah. But yeah, welcome to Korner K4 episode. I meant to check earlier, but I forgot. Uh, I
And
am.
so the cycle continues.
Yes. Yeah. I think we're into the 50s now. At least we have to be close. I'm pretty sure we're in the 50s, like the early 50s. Um, Last time I checked, anyway. It has been
Not the
quite a
80s,
while.
bro.
Yeah, it has been quite a while since we recorded one of these puppies. So, I think I have an excuse this time around for not knowing what episode number it is. Usually, back in the day, no excuse. But now, a little bit. Um, I, of course, am your host, Clement Chloris, and I also play, in this setting, Bonus, everyone's favorite middle aged bounty hunter. I'm also joined by Mr. McFlongster, who plays the android, Andrew Oid, also local drug dealer, also homosexual priest, also many other identities that he's accumulated over the course of the campaign. The message is ever expanding. And also, uh, Nem is here, Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
and he plays another N named character, Knox, the also bounty hunter. Last time, if I remember correctly, there was like a big shootout and like a big explosion and stuff. Um, the group got attacked by a gang of individuals whom they quickly identified as being the kind of like street level thugs for Aztech Biomedical, which is just a fancy word for Mexican drug cartels with like a corporate charter, basically. Um, and they tried to kill like all the PCs, and they tried to kill the members of the Full Fuel Racing team here at the Manifest Destiny Racing Royale. Unsuccessfully, of course, our morally upright heroes, Lamau, managed to fend off the assassins. Barely, granted, but they did it. Um, and then they learned that their original driver, Barry the Bullet, was in fact a turncoat. He was a Benedict Arnold, a Judas Iscariot, one might even go as far as to say, as he had been. I mean, technically, it was like an illegal breach of contract, but that's unimportant. That's
We'll
semantics.
we'll kill him later.
Yeah, he's gonna die anyway, so I don't think anybody really cares about the legality of his actions at this point. Yeah, he illegally signed on with Aztech in the night without his previous employer's permission or consideration, um, and revealed his treachery at the worst moment possible, setting back the team significantly in their efforts to win the Manifest Destiny Racing Royale. The group arrived in Los Angeles, California, at which point Cairo and the group decided to go and visit Cairo's sister, with whom he had not spoken for many years. Uh, they went to the building where her apartment was. They found the first floor to be a large nightclub owned by the Aztecs as well. And also, like, there's some Crescent guys in there too, but they don't own the place. Um, the group went to the sister's apartment, Nadia's apartment, and found that she was in the middle of overdosing on Aztec branded synthetic narcotics that had been apparently laced with some kind of unusual substance that had gotten her ill. So Cairo rushed his sister off to the hospital. As you do, paid for her rehabilitation program far in advance, which cost him a fair chunk of cash. Although you're all dummy loaded right now, so I don't think anyone really cares. Um, and then, while at the hospital, Cairo called up his compatriots and enlisted their aid in exacting revenge on the drug dealer that sold his sister the laced drugs that nearly got her killed. And after some reluctance, due to a desire to see Cairo's sister dead for reasons unknown, the group agreed to.
What are you talking about? I think our reasons are very known.
Yes, it's obvious that his sister
He's
is
a
out
spy.
to get her. Yeah, she's obviously like working for like the government or something like that. The government that doesn't exist anymore. The Illuminati. She's a cultist of the devil, who sacrifices and eats children on a daily basis. We all know it. So yeah, the group went to Nye's apartment. They did some investigating. They found some preliminary evidence that just confirmed their suspicions that it was Aztech who sold her the drugs. And then they began to debate about things and stuff, I think. But like
Many things, many stuff.
yeah, many things, many stuff. But that's about what I personally remember. I don't think we got past that. I'm pretty sure you got like everyone besides Cairo is still in the apartment.
I think we were gonna go back to see if they left anything, even though we knew who they were, I suppose.
Yeah, I remember you guys went back to the apartment because you were like, "Oh, we need to look for like see if there's any evidence of who could have done it or like where she got it from or anything." And I'm pretty sure all you guys found was that like a confirmation that it was Aztech that gave her the drugs, and she works for an Aztech-owned nightclub and lives in an Aztech-owned building, so the connection is pretty obvious, I think. Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, you guys are all in this empty apartment, this kind of dingy, really small, like I'm talking like New York City level small apartment. It is currently raining outside, from what you can see. It's kind of dark out, being that you're on the ground floor of a city as massive as Los Angeles. Not much light reaches the ground.
Kind of cold.
Yeah. It's not a pleasant city. You guys have been here for like a day, not even. And it reminds you a lot of Ryanstown, I guess, because it is so god awful.
Nice. Home sweet home.
Not all of it's awful though. Like Hollywood, like West Hollywood and stuff like that, those areas are like a lot nicer. Whereas Ryanstown is just kind of generally bad. Everywhere is kind of bad unless you go to like the walled off corporate sectors, whereas Los Angeles has like actually nice areas that aren't, guarded by, tank turrets and stuff like that.
Impossible.
I know. How dare the impoverished interact with the wealthy? Disgusting.
How dare they? That illegal. Honestly.
Shoot the poor.
Exactly.
But yeah, you guys are in this permit. You've all just hung up with Cairo, who told you all to, kill them all or whatever he said.
Something like that.
Yeah, pretty sure that's the gist. So yeah, what do you guys do at this point?
I guess we have to go back to the apartment. Not that I want to. But...
I mean, you're currently already in the apartment.
I think this is relatively simple, you see. I'll turn to the rest of the crew and I'll go, we're basically just here to schwack any old drug dealer, I think confirmation that it was the specific guy who sold it to Cairo's sister is like a moot point. So unless you want to just go around and ask people, I'm just going to disguised as a random junkie looking for drugs, and I'm just going to find a drug dealer, and we slack that guy, regardless of whether or not we think he did it.
I like it.
Bonus is like, for my bonus nods, he's like, yes, this makes sense. I mean, like, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't do anything for free, so I think we should look and see if there are ways we could be paid to do something like gank random drug dealer.
I thought he said he was gonna pay us.
I thought he was gonna say he wasn't gonna do this.
Like, I'm pretty sure we all were like, oh, we don't just hunt for free.
I don't know if Cairo actually meant, he never, like, out of character, John never gave me a monetary amount he was going to pay you all if you completed this session. So, I will assume he isn't actually going to pay you, at least not in this moment. And Bonus is like, no, I want actual money. Like, I don't want like an IOU from a hacker. All right, I want physical. I want ducats. Okay, I want some Bitcoin in my portfolio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
So what you're saying is, we don't kill the guy yet. We just hold him hostage. Say we didn't find him because we didn't have money. Be like, okay, we'll pay you. Yeah, he'll pay us, right? And then we schwack the guy whenever you want.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of like, check if there are any local bounties on a drug dealer, or if there are any, anything.
Oh, you want money
sort.
outside of just the
extorting Cairo? Yes.
Oh. I was kind of on the train of just extorting him.
Like, I don't have the money right now, guys. I blew it all trying to get my sister, get her stomach pumped and her blood transfused and like a bionic kidney or whatever.
I think I would have just punched her and be like, well, looks like you have to pay for it again.
For a funeral, too.
Committing insurance fraud? Nice.
Where's my money, Cairo?
Break his sister's kneecaps instead of his kneecaps.
Exactly. You know how it is. Come on.
Honestly, I'd be down for that. A little kneecap smashing with the boy and girls.
with the boy, the girl, and the non-gendered robot man.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Sounds like a fun time to me, but I guess if we don't want to...
Well, if we don't want to make an enemy out of our hacker,
I guess we'll find a bounty about some random drug dealer.
Like, or, the way I see it, we know guys in LSSI, and LSSI are rivals with Aztech, so maybe we could give somebody a call there, and they'll be like, oh, we'll pay you X amount of money per man or whatever, per gangbang.
Oh,
gank.
You're right. I'll call up doctor. Good old doctor.
You like it.
All right, so you're gonna call up Dr. Delay.
Dr. Delay. Yep.
All right, so you ring up Dr. Delay, and the phone in your bionic visor rings. So I assume that you all have like internal phones at this point. You have some vocals anyway, but and the line picks up, and you just hear like at first just like squelching sounds, and like the clinking of metal, for like a solid 2 seconds, and then Dr. Waiting's like, it isn't my favorite customer. How are you? And then you just hear like squelching in the background.
I'm doing so well. You have no idea right now.
Like, I am very happy to hear about that. I see you on the news. Yes, you are at Vroom Vroom, yeah?
Oh yeah, the big vroom vroom with all that. Yeah. I'm over there. But there's terrible news, right? So, well, not terrible for me. I don't care. But so bad. You remember that one guy that brought his own stuff because he wants to be cool? That Cairo guy. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna use your equipment. I'm gonna use my own. That guy.
Oh, the chauffeur, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Well, his sister actually got a drug overdose.
And Dr. Wedding's like, oh, how terrible. You're not nearby. Why are you calling me? I cannot help you with that.
Oh no, that's not the problem. We don't. Right, guys? We don't care.
I'll just like
Particularly. Shrug.
Yeah, we don't care about that. The problem is that our friend's kind of poor if he owes us all money. And, you know, we don't work for free. He asked us a favor, so I'm just wondering if LSSI has any bounties for your rival company. What was it? Aztech something?
Like,
That
oh
other
yes,
drug company.
Aztech Biomedical Associates.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where? Yes, where are you? I can ring up one of my associates, and they can check for you. What city are
I
you
just
in
give
right
him my
now?
location. LA.
Like, okay, very nice, very nice. And you hear him like talk to some people. The squelching continues as you assume he's in the middle of like a surgery. He's just casually chatting on the phone with you. And then probably like 2 minutes go by, 3 minutes goes by, and Dr. Waiting comes back to the phone. And he's like, good news. I have received word from some of my superiors, and they have given me the go-ahead to act as your correspondent for a, how to word this, intercorporate sabotage.
I'd be like, I'll
Yes.
mark it down in my book as paid to kill. Got it.
And he's like, yes, one of my, I spoken to one of my people that work at the hospital in Los Angeles, one of the ones in Los Angeles, and they told me that they would be willing to pay like $500 per head that you gank, per guy that you remove from gene pool.
Oh
And
yeah.
then, additionally, actually, that might be the wrong number. I think it's the wrong number. 600 per head. I'm wrong. 600 per head, and $9,000 if you. No, I'm also wrong. $3,000 if you destroy like the building or whatever, you know, the operation, the club that they're in or whatever, you know, disrupt their operations, you know, destroy their product or blow up their cars or, you know, do things to harm their supply lines and their distribution and things of that nature.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Kill many people, bring their heads back. Destroy any type of way, either building the machines or something to disrupt them. And that's it?
Like, yes, well, you do not have to actually bring their heads. Once you are finished with the location, give me a call and I will forward you to my companion who will send out the corpse collection crew, and they will verify the identities of people you killed and then deliver payment accordingly.
Okay, so 600 per body and 3,000 for just disrupting, or for each method that's disrupted?
Well, for each location that you disrupt, basically.
Okay. I'm assuming there's like no easy way to know where they all are, or they're all corporate and we can just find them easily?
They're like, well, I would not suggest doing something like attacking one of their like actual branches or something. That would be quite bad. They usually have military grade weapons and mech suits and armored vehicles and drones and things of that sort around, same as we do. Very high security. Yes, would not recommend doing something like that. But Aztech, they have many of their operations are smaller scale, but they operate like drug dealers. They live in like a clubs or whatever under bridges, and they sell their drugs out of vehicles or front operations, things of that nature. So if you know about any of those, that would work. They're usually guarded, but they're not like going to have a power armor wearing super soldier walking around in the middle of a nightclub. So
Yeah, that's pretty understandable. Okay. Alright. I can suffice. Okay. That's it?
that is from what I have heard, the Ace.
Okay. Then, we'll be on our way then.
Very nice. And then
Yes, very nice. Yes.
And then
See you around when I get my next paychecks and whatnot.
Oh, of course. The parts you have already pre-ordered are already here and waiting your return to the city.
Oh, very, very nice. Yeah. Okay. And
Cool.
with that, I'll hang up, say my goodbyes, and then explain to the boys. And then I'll probably also say, well, he did say 600 per head and 3,000 per chain. I'm pretty sure that isn't for all of us, so let's try to get a good amount of people then.
Is it real genocide hours?
We're gonna erase the population of this like sector of the city. Just be like, yes, they're all members of Aztech, for sure. Don't look into it.
Yeah, basically.
And
Just
then
real
Bonus
genocide.
comes back and he's like, well, if you would prefer we approach something differently, I've taken a look at some of the local KPD bounty boards. We aren't registered as bounty hunters, but I could fix that in like an hour if we wanted. And apparently, I found some information that would suggest that the leader of this, I guess the owner of this nightclub and the gang that's associated with this nightclub, has a bounty on his head. 12,000 collars wanted alive, 9,000 on delivery if you bring him dead. So if you would prefer to just, fight our way up to the guy, and then we can take him alive, and then we can get a bunch of money. Or we could
Why
kill
don't we
him and
just?
get a bunch of money anyway? It doesn't matter.
I mean, one guy, right? In theory, doing that will technically allow us to do both. Get 12,000 plus. Also, I feel like targeting the guy is gonna be a little bit hard. So let's start with some random druggies, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
We could do a little bit of subterfuge if you're concerned about, storming a gang hideout.
Bonus, like, well, we're in, like, the guy that I found that's wanted is the guy that owns this building. So, like, we're here.
Well, I'm aware, but I'm saying, in a shootout with however many people are associated with this gang, if that's what you're troubled with.
Bonus shrugs. He has And he shrugs and he starts to like check his guns on like the kitchen counter of Honey's apartment.
Do you think she has any guns?
What is it like? She probably has like a 22 or something like that hidden around somewhere, but I don't see her as you know, the kind of gal to carry like a SMG or something under her pillow.
I check under her pillow.
Okay, you check under her pillow. Make me a luck check, I guess.
Okay. I got 6.
You find like I'll say you find a taser pistol.
Actually helps a lot. That means we can bring the guy in alive.
Like, what do you mean? Are you suggesting that we aren't a non-lethal group of individuals?
Have you looked at your deagles?
He's like, he unholsters both of them and he stares at them for an uncomfortable amount of time in dead silence.
Yeah. So, you know,
We're like, it's fine. Totally fine.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so you find a taser pistol. It only has the one charge in it, so that's could be problematic if you missed. Although it's unlikely that you will, because all of you were like stupidly good marksmen. Well, Oid isn't, but Oid has like syringes and stuff that do the same job. So
Yeah, I guess if I miss, then syringe.
yeah, there is that.
Okay. And we shall check out the place, see where else. Maybe what the hell is her job? Was she like a dancer or something? I forget.
Yeah, she's a exotic dancer in this club.
Stripper, got it.
How dare you, sir? The correct term is exotic dancer, alright?
Is prostitute.
The correct term is wench.
Oh, it happens all the time, you know.
Get ready.
Even all of the above.
This is bully Cairo while he isn't here today.
Hey, it's his sister, right? Not our fault.
You should have
She's-
expected this to happen, honestly.
Oh yeah, I totally did. For sure. So yeah, okay, so you guys, I mean, Nigel's apartment is on like, I forget what floor I said last time, so I'll make it like the 7th or something floor. And there is like an elevator, but the elevator only goes from the like 2nd floor up. You can't like the club doesn't have elevator access. You have to use stairs for the elevator, which is kind of strange. But I mean, this is like a gang hideout, so it's not going to be exactly the most well put together building. So you guys take it all the way down to the 2nd floor. When you guys take the stairs down into the club, which I can provide a floor plan of. Here is the floor plan. I have the same one on TTS as well. This is the main floor. So you guys are by 1E, which is the ascending staircase to get to the upper floors.
See this server. We are where?
1E.
1E. Ah, we're there. Okay. Odd question. Are the blueprints for this building public?
Blueprints for the building. No. I mean, you guys have been in the club, so you know at least the main club area, the bar, the front, the bathrooms, the stairs. You know, there are apartments above you, but the rest is not within your access. I should also note that all of the orange dots on the map that I gave the players is where the cameras are. And there are a lot of them. Because this is a drug hideout, a gang hideout. So,
In those yellow dots?
yes, like yellowish orange. They are security cameras.
9 security cameras, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And there are a few security guards in the main room. There's the bartender. There's a guard that watches the stairs. And then there are 2 guards in 1A. Those, like, 2 chairs across from the door. There are 2 guys sitting there. There's a bouncer outside, you know that much as well. And that's all that you've seen so far.
Okay. Okay. Dumb guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to just randomly start shooting up the place, so maybe we should ask to see the boss. You know, try to be like, oh, you know, we want to strike a deal with him. You know? Weird shit like that.
I mean, that's up to you.
I'm asking the group.
Bonus doesn't care as long as he gets to conduct violence.
Understandable. Very understandable. Well, Oid, what do you want to do?
Lloyd is deceased.
Hold on.
I think I'm going to cry.
Classic.
Just start weeping on the dance floor while I bust a move.
Walking to the middle of the dance floor, begins weeping uncontrollably, but also like busting out the greatest moves the club's seen in years. You confuse the patrons.
Cool. Very cool. But, I guess we should probably... I just had a weird idea, but no.
What do you mean, bro? Give me the weird idea.
No, for like a split second, you know, like, Rainbow Six popped into my head and was like, you know, let's breach from the floor above. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Why would we do that?
Bro, I mean, I don't think anybody here has explosives anymore.
Yeah.
I think Bonus might have like a grenade, but you're not
Breach
on
the
breaching
floor. You know what that sounds like? We don't need a breaching charge. We need brute strength and a really strong blade, which we have both of.
True.
Yeah?
Just like Jedi lightsaber cut through the floor, you know.
Alright, well, if y'all want to do that.
I mean, that would
But
certainly
also
be a
my
dramatic entrance.
my headphones were off, so explain. I had to talk to my mother. Did we find out the guys above us or something?
No, I think it was just like, well, what if we just looked cool and and came down and threw a hole in the ceiling?
Yeah, that was pretty much.
That would look cool though.
I mean, it would, but that would also require you to either cut a hole in the hallway of the second floor, or break into somebody's apartment on the second floor and cut your way down.
Actually, wait. Shouldn't the guy just be all the way at the top? How tall is this building?
Pretty big. I mean, you don't know if Aztech owns all of it, but they own at least up to like the 7th or 8th, like 10th floor.
How many floors does this place have?
Many.
Goddamn.
Every building must have just is like 100 stories. So.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
It's a far-fetched dystopian future. Okay.
Jesus. Far-fetched dystopian future needs far-fetched dystopian stairs with dystopian teleporting elevators, alright?
No, no teleporting elevators. Only teleporting cops here.
You're right.
I mean, you
Alright,
guys could ask
let's
around
go.
and be like, "Hey, where can we meet with the boss?" And they'll be like, "No." And you'll be like, "Okay." And that'll be.
I
the end of the
mean,
discussion.
I was just gonna
actually,
get an exotic dancer, seduce her, and be like, "Where's your boss?" She'd be like, "Oh, it's on the seventh subfloor." It's like, subfloor, son of a bitch.
He's in the 8th sub basement.
Yeah, freaking mole people for bosses.
I mean, there is a basement, but not 8 of them. That's a bit excessive.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's my plan to seduce my way into a woman's heart as a
I
woman.
mean, I guess I could, use my actual character gimmick and carouse as a junkie or something,
Yeah, I guess that works too. We'll try that first, and then the woman second, because too many times I flirted with the Kode.
I think you mean not enough.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so how are you going to carouse, Mr. Lloyd?
I guess I will just, walk into the bathroom, put on a disguise, walk out of the bathroom, try and scope out a crowd of people who are engaging in drug usage and be like, yo, can I hop in or can I get some of your stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, and for my own sake, do you have like a random junkie's face? I don't remember. I'm gonna look. Do you have like a lot of
I mean,
random
I can just use a rando.
Let's see. You have sus concert security guy. You can be the Hermes Johnson. Oh, now. Oh, you have the LED mutton shop guy, that drug dealer. Flavius. You have.
I mean, I'm not looking to be anyone specific. Just, some random person I grabbed off the street.
Okay, I mean, you do have the goons from Colorado, the Golden Thorns goons. So you could be, any of those guys. So, yeah,
Sure, why not?
Yeah, because they look the part. They're all, dressed like drug dealing gangsters. But yeah, so. Alright, cool. So you walk into the bathroom, you walk into like a stall, you pass a couple of people who are doing lines just like in the bathroom, basically. And like a different person is like vomiting in one of the stalls as well. So you walk into one and you transform, Autobots roll out, and you become random gangster number 1. And you walk out of your stall, and you leave the bathroom. And yeah, there are probably like the farthest like upper left like booth, farthest away from like the door and stuff like that. There are a few people that you can see that are like cutting lines of synth coke and rolling joints and stuff like that.
Cool. I'll approach, and I'll ask her. One of the people be like, "Hey, working a connoisseur of the arts like myself, getting on a little bit of artistic action. You know what I'm saying? I feel like interpretive dance."
All right, give me a charisma check.
7.
All right. Yes, you're like, greetings, fellow kids. Might you be aware of a way that I may participate in the consumption of illicit substances? And one of the guys. So this is like two guys. One of whom is like covered in like tattoos, like head to toe in tattoos. He's got like weird like piercings and stuff all over his face. No obvious chrome on him. And it's two dudes and then like two girls. And the tattoo guy, he looks up and he's like, "Oh, hey bro, are you looking for like like some of this stuff, or are you looking to buy from the man,
I awkwardly stare at this man for 5 minutes straight while I form an answer in my head, and after that, after 10 years of waiting, I'll be like, I'd like to go to the source, looking to get some stuff from the party.
Like, oh, all right, you're looking for some having a good time, all right. You're like, well, yeah, you could talk to the bartender for that. He can set you up.
I feel like, thanks, bro.
He like gives you a hand signal that you don't recognize because this is a different city from where you're used to. And you're like, all right, cool. So yeah, I assume then you approach the bar.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you walk up to the bar, and there's a single bartender over the counter. He's like a relatively he looks more like one of those like coffee shop like Latino baristas, So he has like some arm tattoos. He's a very like small like mustache, very well groomed mustache. Very well kept hair. He does have some chrome on him. He has like a bionic hand, bionic eye. He has a cell phone in his temple. You can see that as well. It's like the chip in his head. And you walk up, and he's like, good afternoon. What can I get you?
I'll be like, I'm looking for a good time, if you know what I mean. Not from you specifically, but...
You're like, I got you. And he kind of like looks around super suspiciously for a second. And then he taps, like his like hand goes underneath the bar counter, and you imagine he like hits a button or something, and then he just kind of like jabs a thumb over his shoulder to like behind the bar, where there's like that little hallway and that door that leads into number 3. And he's like, you know, you could talk to Juan over there. He'll set you up.
All right, I'll pass into number 3 then.
All right. Yeah. So you walk around the corner, and there's this big, like armored, like steel reinforced door. And there's like one like big like slit in it that's like eye level, and there's like one that's like waist level. And you walk up to the door, and the window kind of opens, and kind of it's slit aside, and there is a guy, you know, a dude, a Mexican dude, across the door from you. And he's like, you know, hey, I say, what can I get you?
I don't know. I'll just say some shit off the top of my head, like you got a Lightyear.
And he's like, oh, actually, Lightyear is like, you would know this. Lightyear is a like Malfu only kind of drug.
I see.
So if they had that, you'd be like, suspicious.
Gang warfare?
I mean, they did attack you because you're affiliated with the clan, so who knows? Maybe they stole all of your gear, all that drug. Yeah, so you could just like name, you know, a random drug, and he's like, oh, I got you, and then you know you get like an amount or whatever. I'd assume only like 1 dose because you aren't looking to like buy. You're just looking to have a good time. You ask for steer. Happen to have any incredibly expensive designer combat stimulants, my good man?
First chance, you know.
And he's like, actually, we happen to have purchased a large barrel of the substance a couple of days ago for an exorbitant amount of money. Yeah, so you just buy some, like, you know, synth coke, basically. And I'll say it's probably like $50 for that. Not a lot of money, especially for you, Mr. Big Man on campus over here.
Nah, he's small drug dealer on campus. So right now, like, this guy's like, man, spending his life savings right now. Nerd.
This chump, am I right?
Hell yeah, you're so right,
They're all
bro.
college frat boys in this gang, apparently.
Yup.
So yeah, so the you know, you can tell him to do what he wants. He closes the eye level window. You hear some talking and some shuffling through the door, and then a minute later, the kind of like waist level slit with like a little like metal shelf been like welded onto the door, sides open, and he passes you the like a dime bag of cocaine, basically. And you hand him the ducats, the money, and he's like, you know, all right, enjoy. And then he closes the windows, and you're left standing in this hallway behind the bar with the drugs in your hand.
All right. I guess with that being said, I'll probably go back to the dudes I talked to originally and like have a seat and just, you know, hang out with them. But you know, I gotta do it productively. Every now and again, I'll slip in a question about like the bar, like, oh, who owns this place? You know, just out of the blue, you know. I just stare the guy down, you know. 1 second normal conversation, the next interrogation.
Okay.
I'll never see it coming.
yeah, for sure. All right, give me like a charisma check to fast talk these guys, basically.
4.
4. Awful, but it still passes, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So you ask like who owns the place, and the guy's like, oh, you must be new around here or whatever. You haven't heard of our main man, Autopsy.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
Autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a name.
It is. Yeah, the goons, well, not the goons, the party goers, shall we say. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, Autopsy is pretty cool dude, pretty chill. He's like the head dealer on like this block, basically, of the city. And he represents like the low-level operations for Aztech. He owns the club, and he runs all of the operations out of it.
Alright. Well, feel a bit more. I think after a while, I'm gonna, slip in another question. Synth coke is alright, but where does one find the harder stuff?
The harder stuff. They're like, well, are you meaning like, the real deal, like combat stimulants, or like?
As I did, I'm looking specifically for, a barrel of steel. Combat stim.
It's like the
Perhaps
ultimate,
one that
like...
was acquired recently, maybe.
It's the ultimate.
Perhaps one that crossed state lines, as of late.
Just keep stealing and reselling this barrel of steer, making hundreds of thousands of dollars every time you do it. God.
The ultimate ploy.
The ultimate scheme. And they're like, well, I mean, if you're looking for like the harder stuff, I mean, they don't sell, like, if you want like the soup, like if you're talking about like combat stimulants or like bloodlust or something like that, then you're gonna need to talk to like the boss directly for that kind of thing.
I see. Well, actually, I don't see, because I'm currently undergoing a drug. I cannot speak today for some reason. A drug-induced hallucinatory trip.
And they're like, I see. Very normal for a human being.
Yes, human.
Yes, human.
And that's when I do a T-pose, divide by 0.
God. Yeah, so yeah, they're like, yeah, they don't usually sell the harder stuff to like just anybody, you gotta have some kind of like sway with the in the town or whatever to get access to that kind of stuff.
Alright. Okay.
Alright.
And yeah, I'll just play out, the rest of the conversation as normal. Until I come up with an excuse to, like, fuck off and go back to the boys.
Alright. Nox, are you going to do anything in particular while you're waiting for Oid to schmooze these druggies, or?
I'll be honest, I almost went psychopathic for a second. I was like, man, I want to convince an exotic dancer, and then instead of paying, but I'm like, shit, that might be a little bit too much.
And feed her to the stray dogs in the alleyway.
You know how it is, gotta cover my tracks, Those dogs, they're really hungry, what can I say?
And I thought I was the inhuman in the party?
The
Damn,
meat
bro.
bags.
Hey, look, I do everything legally, I got a legal job, I got legal papers, they'll never suspect anything.
No, it means they can track you easier.
Damn. Happens,
That's something we've gotten the chance to touch on in K4, but like, companies own pretty much all of your data. Like they can find you and everything about you really easily unless you actively like cover your tracks like Cairo and Bonus do. And Oid kind of does because he can just change people at will. So
I guess I'd pay for an exotic dancer. If I want one that looks like she's already kind of an
Buzz?
exotic dancer and a drink, a hard drink,
a hard drink. Are we talking
like
like
a
neat
drink
vodka?
that would get. I want a drink that would get her drunk and talking. You know.
So you want like a martini or something that's like high alcohol content, but like it tastes good, so you don't notice that you're getting blasted until you're already blasted.
Oh yeah.
I got you. All right, I'll deduct some funds. Okay, so yeah, so you hire one of the exotic dancers. All right. Hilariously, this club doesn't actually it doesn't have like private rooms. At least not on the first floor.
Do they
actually,
have them
no,
on
yeah,
the
I'll say
second
they have,
floor?
would have them on the second floor because that's where the stuff happens. Okay, yeah. So you know walk up to one of the waitresses walking around and are like, "Hey, girl, come here often?" And she's like, "I work here and I also live in this building." And you're like, "Oh, wow, exciting."
Exciting.
Kind of hot.
Wow, that's let me tell you, whew.
Extraordinary.
If I was a man right now, you know.
I really am just down bad for people who live in buildings.
Trust me, where I come from, buildings don't exist. So this, whew.
Are you a wastelander?
Hilarious. All right, so yeah, so you hire her, and you pay for a few drinks. In total, that's like $150, basically $130. And she's like, "Oh, all right, lady. You know, this is the year 2099. We don't judge." And she leads you upstairs to the second
straight.
floor. And you can make me a perception check as you go up to the second floor.
I feel like I want to say I know what this is for. I mean, I kind of suspect this, but yeah. Got an 8.
Okay. All right. So besides hearing Bonus sighing and shaking his head oddly at you as you walk past him to go upstairs.
Woman.
Yeah. Right. You and this dancer head up to the second floor, and kind of like, you know, you get out of the stairwell and you walk down the hallway, and the first door in the second floor is like a lot nicer than the rest of them, and like it has like a keypad, like a key card scanner on it, and like a security camera in front of it, and it's like armor plated around it and everything like that. So you clock this important room, and you know this woman brings you down this hallway. You hear the expected kinds of sounds coming from these various rooms, on top of like this super bassy music that's like coming through the floor, basically.
Muffled, bassy music. Yeah.
And she brings you into one of the many doors in here, and they're all, you assume anyway, they're all kind of like retrofitted apartments. So you figured that like the girls live in the same like room, quote unquote, that they entertain guests in, if you will, because like you walk through the door and there's like the expected kind of strip club private room with like the seating area and like the like small stage and stuff like that, and there's like a second door across the room that you assume leads into like your actual like apartment, which Nadia doesn't have, strangely enough.
Poor bitch.
No.
What can I say?
So yeah, so you receive your dance as was paid for. Do Is this for a reason? Are you going to like ask questions or talk to this woman at all? Or are you just doing this because you wanted a drink and a dance?
What? No, I explained earlier I was gonna schmooze a woman to give me all of her information and may or may not, whack her at the end.
Okay.
I see. This is a release, not of sexual tension, but of,
Yeah,
psychotic
I'm saving
tendencies.
her, as the people say, those holy white warriors. I'm saving her, you know what I'm saying?
It's very
Yeah,
true.
yeah, some like that.
All right. Well, in that case, make me.
Oh, Circle Church, I can get you on that one.
You can bring Father Topple back from the dead, as a matter of fact. Or the gay priest whose con he stole. So yeah, give me a charisma check, Kyle, to schmooze this woman.
Next be 9.
Dang. All right. It doesn't take long before.
Get the woman talking. Am I touching all the right spots, saying all the right words, feeding
I
her
think,
all the right
honestly,
drinks?
I think it pretty quickly escalates from like should touch to like only touching,
Oh yeah, trust. He was like, oh, finally, a woman.
Yeah, you happen to find the one lesbian dancer in this club.
Sick.
So do you ask anything specific or just like general information about the building?
I think, I'd get it real hot and heavy, slowly, like, influence her while she's drunk, and then, like, whisper into those questions, like, oh, who do you work for, how is it, that type of stuff, where can I find them,
Bring me to your leader.
Bring me to your leader.
Smacking a woman from behind.
So she tells you that she works for Autopsy, which is still a great nickname for a random NPC I came up with yesterday.
This is true.
Yes, he works for Autopsy, and his sweet apartment is not like sweet as in like sweet, but sweet as in like big.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah. His apartment is the one with the armor door and the keypad that you passed on the second floor. That's his apartment.
Figured.
She says that like he usually stays like either in his apartment or like walking around. Like occasionally he'll come down to the club, like the main floor, to like observe, make sure nobody's causing any problems, stuff like that. But generally he stays in his apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Well, if that's the case... He said he doesn't usually stay?
He does usually stay.
Oh, he does usually stay.
Yeah.
That means he has like cameras and shit. Okay. Alright. Then I will ask her things like, oh, what does he look like? Does he treat you nice? As I'm
So she's like,
smashing banging,
he's not like a big dude, but muscled. He works out. I guess good looking, mostly because they're pretty sure that he got like surgery to improve his looks. He has a bunch of like LED tattoos that like project into AR, so they like look cool and like glow and stuff like that. He changes the colors on them. He isn't super chromed out. He has like bionic arm, bionic eye, little things like that. She says that he is an interesting individual, in that like he's very temperamental, hence his name being Autopsy, because he is quick to violence, particularly
Nerd.
against people that like mess with his operation or like mess with the girls or whatever. He's most known for like cutting people's hands off and for touching the girls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because
wouldn't
can.
he like to know what's going on right now?
Yeah, exactly. She just says that he has his like weapon of choice that he uses as kind of like his intimidation symbol is a gold-plated engraved machete that he got from his bosses as like a Christmas present a few
A
years ago.
gold-plated engraved machete.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Sounds like a fine souvenir.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It has a bunch of like Aztech like hieroglyphs and like symbols engraved on it, and it's like super sharp, serrated combat machete. It's gold plated. That's like his main weapon. But she knows that he has like a bunch of other weapons and stuff like hidden around his like apartment and stuff because he's a psychopath and also like horribly paranoid. Also, she says that he usually has 2 goons in his apartment with him, like at all times, pretty much. And they like watch the door and like cook his food for him and stuff like that.
Okay. Jesus, does this lesbian dancer know a lot about him?
His real name is his social security number.
Social security number.
Here's his con information while I'm
Damn.
at it. This is his mother's maiden
Okay.
name, his first pet's name, his license plate number. His
Pulls
favorite
off the
color.
mask. I am out. Autopsy.
I am autopsy. And I'm going to cut your hand off for touching me, heathen.
Not before I do it, you know?
Cut your own hand off? It's pretty hot.
No, cut his hand off.
Oh wow, you two are playing hands. It's not.
Oh yeah, you know how it is.
Gonna trade hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll
okay.
like pretty well. So this is like a dancer. So obviously they're going to know him better than like random henchman number 2.
So 2 goons, machete, lives inside his little safe space, bitch boy. Okay. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all the use she has for me.
All right.
And then, I don't know, I'd give her the rest of the drink and let her knock out on the bed, put my clothes back on, and say I'm done.
All right. So yeah, you just kind of.
Wow, you're not gonna commit a crime? Damn.
You're gonna commit a hang.
Oh,
That's
she
the
gave
first.
she gave me some good information, you know? She wet the bed with our wonderful night, and yeah.
I didn't realize you were into showers now.
It's not what I meant, but you know.
Sure.
Whatever you say.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
weird stuff.
It happens all the time. What can I say?
All right. So yeah, I guess
Yeah, go back with the boys. You know, fix my hair a bit, have
Yes,
that
well-
little glow.
yeah, I'll say that like at the same time, as Wade is coming back from his carousing, Nox also comes back from her quote unquote carousing.
Yeah.
And Bonus is just sitting there at the table alone while you guys were, canoodling.
Yeah, loner.
And he has like a glass of whiskey and stuff. And the 2 of you reconvene with him at the table, and he's like, "So, how did that go?"
And then I straight up lay all the cards on the table, like whisper and whatnot. and be like, yeah, that's literally everything about this place. So yeah, we don't have to go
They're
that
like,
far.
damn, who the fuck are you talking to? His mother?
His favorite food is like really intricate details.
Yeah, and be like, nah, some lesbo dancer.
Oh my god. This is some
What?
cursed art that I found. This has to be some kind of furry art. It has to be. There's no way.
The fuck are you talking about?
So cursed. I found art of like it has to be 100% a furry character, but it's like a cyborg furry character undergoing like cyberpunk, like bionic augmentation. And then this is thinking that like in K4, because of how advanced like surgery is, there are for sure people that become like animals. Like,
are you saying there's legitimate people walking around being like all of these
there has to
fairies and whatnot?
Mm-hmm. But like cyborg furries that can like bench press a small car.
Straight up protogen over here.
Yeah, that's a cursed photo that I'm saving for later. So I
God,
can
walk
use
up
it.
and be like, I have become the animal. It's like, what?
Yeah, the next after the MDRR bonus puts all of his money on like a total species conversion surgery. He just is a wolf now.
Oh my god. Happens every time, you know?
Yeah, bro. After all of his chrome was leading up to to becoming a furry wolf man.
Happens.
But yeah, so you know, you tell Bonus and Oid, and yeah, Bonus is like, wow, seems like you found the right person to talk to.
That, or I touched her in all the right places. And secretly, all these dancers are just really weird information banks.
Yeah, one of them is actually best friends with the
course,
current
that's the
CEO
conclusion.
of Kode Enterprises. Yeah, they can all provide unusual amounts of gossip on literally any public figure.
Bro. I need them in my house. Okay. So yeah, that's that. What about you, Oid? What did you find?
Not much, honestly, but I know how we can probably get him out of the apartment.
Oh?
Or get in. Depends.
I mean, we can probably always get in with some, you know, shank, you know?
Use the explosives. Go
I
out
mean,
and
yeah.
buy some C5.
I guess if you want to break into some rando's apartment.
We could do what you suggested earlier and cut from the floor.
Go to the third floor, cut a hole in the roof above, or in the floor above his apartment, and drop down on him.
He'll never see it coming.
Just slams through this like metal reinforced ceiling, and then there are all the guards like train their guns on you, and you guys are like, "We are here for some combat stimulants, my good man."
We're only proving that we are worth your time.
Yeah, they're like, "Sir, you could have just knocked. Unnecessary to destroy my ceiling."
Goes through the door, knocks on the other side. Can I buy some drugs, sir? Okay. Yeah, that's that, I guess.
Sick.
Sick. Yeah. You know how it is, yeah.
But yeah. So I guess we can do the brief and clear here, Brett, if you'd like. Otherwise, I was going to do some more carousing. Maybe find someone whose identity would actually get me into his apartment to buy the drugs.
I think that's the safer option, yeah.
Okay, so So you want to look around for, like, someone who could introduce you to the boss?
Well, the guy I spoke to said that to be able to purchase, military grade stuff, you have to be notable in some way.
Yeah.
So I was going to speak to some of the longtime patrons of this place, try and figure out who is notable and then just like steal their identity.
I see. Okay. Sure. I mean, you can ask around for that. Give me like a perception check. Not a perception check. A charisma check. I lied.
Stare into your eyes and know all of your secrets. 4.
4? Wow. All right. Yeah. I mean, there are often one of the like the 1C areas where there's like the pole dancer and stuff. You ask around, and one of those guys, he's like, "Oh yeah, I come here, every day after work or whatever. I've been coming here for years now."
Oh, really? Interesting. And that's when I steal his face.
All right, you steal his face. Easily done.
And then I gun him down in broad daylight just to make a statement.
Sick.
You gun yourself down in broad daylight.
And then I become him, and then I gun myself down.
I'll never see it. I'll never see the plot twist.
For sure. Yeah, you take this dude's face. That's no problem.
And then I'm going to just sit here and chill. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last guy, where I slip in a question every now and again. Except instead of about this club, it's going to be about him, like, oh, where are you from? Oh, what do you do for work? What is your social security number?
All right, give me another charisma check then. See how sneaky you can be.
7.
7. All right. Yeah. So you find that this guy's name is Roberto, and he works as a janitor in a local bank. And he knows autopsy personally through like second or third cousins,
Kind of weird.
Yeah, bro, but that's how it works, Also, his social security number is.
I knew it.
Damn, he must be really having a good time here.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, so he gives you like basic info about himself, what he does, where he's from. He is a Los Angeles native, born and raised.
Understandable.
You're
You're what?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's what
Alright.
that's what he gives you.
Cool. Then I'm going to let the conversation end naturally before I skulk off. Swap disguise. Go back to the same area and ask a different person about Roberto.
Okay. So you swap into a different person. You go back in the bathroom, swap over, and then you ask other people, anybody in particular, like the bartender, like the guys you talked to before, or are you just gonna general patrons?
Probably general patrons, although I will stop by the bar to grab a drink. But that's a secondary purpose, see, because my primary purpose for stopping by the bar this time is to steal his face.
Okay. That's what I figured you'd do. So you just give me another charisma check then to kind of get any other information about Roberto.
6.
All right. What kind of queries are you providing for the random patrons?
Kind of like, what times does he show up around here? You know, when does he leave? What does he do outside of here? Does he have any like immediate family in the area?
Loads gun in background.
What's his social security number?
Okay. Yeah. So you do some asking, and the various patrons are like, oh, God. The various patrons are like, oh, you know, Roberto, yeah, he's here all the time. Usually shows up after like his job or whatever. So like later in the evening at like 6-ish, 6:30. His favorite drink is a Manhattan, and he doesn't have any surviving family in Los Angeles. They're all in what used to be Mexico, but is just now the area formerly known as Mexico.
Oh, well, that's a little interesting. I'll ask what happened to them.
Well, just that, you know, Roberto, you know, according to the story that gets passed around,
Killed his own family.
Roberto, his like parents came over when he was like little or whatever from Mexico, and they passed away a few years ago of you know, non like, you know, cancer, stuff like that. Relatively natural causes compared to like people usually die.
Being shot?
Yeah, instead of being, you know, gunned down in the street by a random thug. But yeah, that's yeah, so he you know, because he was like never really like didn't really grow up in Mexico, he never felt like he needed to move back when his parents passed, so he just kind of stayed in LA where his family lived in Mexico. And he does make trips back and forth supposedly, you know, every like for like important holidays and stuff like that, but most of the time he spends in LA.
Alright. Sick. Nasty. Not about his parents stuff.
No, that's pretty sick. We're gonna kill this guy. He's gonna meet his parents, you know.
Wow.
Wow. Call me a miracle maker. You know? Call me Jesus, you're gonna meet the dead again.
Yeah, you just walk up and be like, prepare to see your family again, and then you blow them away.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Sick. Well, I guess, you know, after a little while, I'll find my way back to the boys, and I'll reveal the info, and I'll be like, so I'm probably gonna be impersonating this loser.
Really insulting Roberto, but best janitor at the local bank, bro?
Loser.
Hell.
Wow.
Hell.
Cring.
I cannot believe you would say that to me. Spring really spring?
Yeah, bro. Cring.
This ball.
You know.
Okay. So what's the next plan?
Uh,
Perish.
yeah, literally die right now. No. Yes. Now we wait, because I don't want to attempt to impersonate him while he's still in the building.
What do you mean, bro? Just like walk up to Roberto as Roberto and be like, "Hey, could you take me to autopsy? I need to have a word with him."
Take me to your leader, right?
Take me
right
to your
now.
leader. Couldn't possibly go wrong, I assure you. Yeah, okay, so you guys wait several hours. Because unless you guys are gonna actively like try to draw him out of here, he's not gonna leave until like 10.
I mean, unless you guys want to do that. Because it's not going to be me. I need to be here to do the impersonating.
Well, bonus was, you know, he would offer to do something, but like, do what, you know?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you don't talk about him, you know, a unique employment opportunity. He's a janitor. I imagine he'd be stoked about that. Unless janitors make bank in K4 or something.
Bro, you know it. They're paid like surgeons, I'm telling you. I mean, actually, they probably will be paid better than they are today because, like, in such a compact city, like, hygiene is in high demand, or else, like, a virus would eradicate the super cities. So they get paid decent, but not like, you know, you guys still have a lot more money than him, you figure. Otherwise, you're in the wrong business, to be honest.
Yo, big fact. Sanitizing makes more money than corporate bounty hunter.
You know it, bro, you know it.
Heard it here first, boys.
Yeah, so in that case, Bonus will volunteer to walk over and handle him if you guys want him to do that.
Handle him how?
Lead him into the alleyway and then beat him to death.
I wouldn't mind the beating part. To death?
And Bonus goes over and he's like, "Oh, what? All of a sudden you have mortal qualms with murdering a random person?"
He's a janitor. You know how hard it is to find janitors now?
Bonus just blinks. I mean, you can't tell he has a mask on, but he stares at you.
You can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel the blinking.
I mean, if you want to kill him, I'm not stopping you. But I'm like thinking, like, damn, who the hell's gonna clean up after him now?
Bonus like LSSI when we tell him when we tell the company that this random guy was an Aztech gang member.
I think that's gonna work. But if it does, more props. And then I let Bonus do his bonus stuff.
Alright, then I will have Bonus roll a charisma check to lie to this man.
I won't kill you, I promise.
I have an opportunity for you, my friend. You rolled a 7. That is a pass. So you guys see Bonus rock up to Roberto, and he gesticulates, presumably speaking to Roberto. And then Roberto's like eyes go wide, and he's like, "OMG!" And then Bonus, you know, gestures for Roberto to follow, and then Bonus leads Roberto out of the building and into the alleyway, and then a few minutes later, Bonus returns alone.
I'll be honest.
Oh, well, I should have followed him out. Oh, no?
What the hell did you tell the guy that he went? He straight up fall for the. Your mom told me that, to pick you up, she's in trouble. Like,
Bonus is like, no, I told him that, you know, I was looking for some partners to do a certain kind of job related to homicide for Aztech.
Damn right, damn. You really didn't like that, huh?
did he have a piece on him or what?
I'm like, no, he didn't, which is hilarious. I think he was just a normal janitor. Didn't even have any chrome on him, to be honest.
Damn. But anyways, I guess I'll walk outside the building. I'll like run into a random alley and I'll turn into Roberto there. So that, it's a little bit less sus. Just a tad bit less.
Yeah.
A tad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you leave and you come back to Roberto. And Roberto walks back through the door, and Bonus is like, oh my god, he's still alive. I thought I killed that guy.
And I nudged Bonus. I'm like, the other Roberto.
Like, there are two Robertos?
Something like that.
Nice.
I see. But yeah, so now Oid is Roberto, and he walks back over to our group of intrepid heroes, intrepid mercenaries, and yeah, Oid now looks like Roberto.
And I'm not gonna go over to the boys. I'm going to go over to the bar.
Alright.
And I'm gonna be like, yo, can I get a Manhattan?
Alright.
Shit's been a little bit crazy lately. And I'm just gonna lead that into, can you hit up my cousin, my good cousin, my best friend in the whole wide world? Autopsy. So I'm gonna go see him about, narcotics.
Alright. So you order the Manhattan, and the bartender's like, oh yeah, hey Roberto, oh yeah, you want to see, autopsy, whatever. Yeah, he's up in his room, as usual. I'll let him know that you're on your way up. And he hands you your drink.
Cool. And with that, I'll sub-vocal. The guy's gonna be heading up. Follow discreetly, and then we'll bust in as a crew.
All right. Bonus.
You'll bust in behind me.
Bonus leaps to his feet, does a JoJo pose, and then promptly goose steps up the stairs after you.
Discreetly.
You know it, bro. You know it.
Yeah, so you guys head up to the second floor. Alrighty. Cool. So I will get your minis, put them over here. Alright. So yeah, you walk up the stairs to the door that Nox previously described to you. And there is a security camera and stuff that's watching the doorstep. This big armored door. And you walk up. And after a couple of seconds, a voice through a little intercom thing. Someone, he's like, Roberto, it's so good to see you, whatever. Come on in. And the electric lock on the apartment door buzzes, and the door opens. There's a goon standing on the other side of the door, and these goons are kind of nicer dressed. They have like dress shirts or like polos on, you know. And in this case, Autopsy would be like on his couch, and there would be some goons standing around the place.
Mm-hmm. And then I will just trust boys to be behind me when it counts.
So what's the plan? Are you just gonna like do you want Bonus and Nox to just like walk in after you, like after they open the door?
Yeah, we're just gonna start it right here, right now.
Okay.
I'm rather confident in shooting.
Wait. Why did you just say I brought some customers?
Nah, bro. Just like.
I mean, that's a little bit
busted.
sus. TBH.
Okay.
All right. So Nox and Bonus kind of chill behind, like out of sight of the like front door camera, and then when the door opens, and quote unquote Roberto walks through the door, and you see the goon. Who would be going first in this case, Nox or Bonus? Who's in front?
Do you have an idea, Xavier? It's just like whatever.
I mean, I'm trusting you guys to take the initiative. So if Bonus wants to, go psycho on this one, then power to him.
I mean,
Then
Bonus
I'd
is always
ask.
ready to go psycho. I'm just saying.
All right, then. I guess Bonus, since he has, all the guns on him.
Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, in that case, so like the door opens, and Roberto walks through, and as Roberto walks through the door, the thug like goes to close the door behind you. Bonus just kind of like slams his fist, like speed walks over to the door, and blocks it from being closed. And I think for the surprise round that this is basically, let me look at Bonus's repertoire here. He does have his arm blade that he could just like stab this guy in the face with. So you know what? Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Oh, I forgot to change the damage value for his, because he made his blade titanite when he bought it, so it does a bunch of damage. So yeah, so Bonus, he blasted it for being closed, and his right arm that kind of like bulged on top of his forearm, this big sword pops out, and he just goes to stab this dude by the doorway, who can technically dodge, but he does so at disadvantage because it's a surprise. He rolled a 2, so no. So he takes 3,100 damage.
Jeez.
Because titanite swords are mean business. With I had to like change the values around because of the shift that we did with other weapons. Wow, he rolled super bad.
For damage?
He rolled 2 10s and a 70.
Jesus.
So it's only 90 damage. This guy is still alive. I mean, it's 10 health, but he's alive. Luckily, Bonus can attack 2 times with his sword per action, so he kills him with a second action, with a second swipe. So Bonus blocks the door for being closed, and the goon's like, "Hey man, what's your problem?" Bonus like pushes his like fist against the guy's chest, and then the sword extends, like launches out of his arm. It impales the guy, but the guy is still alive, and the guy reaches for a gun, and then Bonus just kind of like shoves his arm up and just like carves the guy in half from like his sternum all the way up through his head. That guy is
Damn, damn.
Now we can
Savage.
Yeah, bro. Let's see. Bonus is initiative. will be... Wow, he rolled poorly. This is +1 from the parallel process. So that's 4 plus. Oh, I got a 10. Great. Great. So good. Thank you. Very cool bonus. Very cool. Autopsy got a 9 though, so he suck. And the basic enemies. Oh, they rolled even worse. Jeez, I didn't roll above a 5 on all 3 of those initiative checks.
Jesus. Man.
Where is... Here we go. Aztech Coatl Goon. Yeah. They got a 7 in total. Sick. Alright. What did you guys get?
Hold on.
Seven.
7. Alright, so 7 plus whatever your agility is, which I forget. 6. Alright.
Maybe a 9.
It's like a 13. A 9? Dang. Alright, so that's a 16 for Kyle. Alright. Ironically enough, despite a poorly bonus rolled, he still goes before both of the enemies. Or both enemy types. Up first, however, is Nox. You're in the hallway still.
I had to move, right?
I mean, yeah, if theoretically you can see one of the goons who's like behind a wall. I'll actually provide the battle map for this, actually, Lamel. Which I can do by streaming my screen. So this is the situation, right? So you're here, so you can like technically see this guy, but you'd have to shoot past both of your companions in order to do so, which, understandably, is bad because he has full cover. Because if you miss, you're gonna hit somebody.
Yeah.
You can't move through your friends though. So.
Can I move to the right of Void to see Autopsy?
Like this? Yes, because this is him. So yeah,
Let's see. So, judging by how he looks, is that stun gun gonna work now or no? Or is that like the police one where you have to be technically within range?
Let me look at the stat block for tasers. I'll use the one from the German police force in Berlin. Why not? Here we go. This is the wrong one. Nowhere is. Here we go. Metropolitan Safety Solutions. Here we are. Taser. They don't actually have tasers. They have shock delivery rifles instead. Lamau, hilarious. Who has a taser?
They not the same as their K6 ones, or?
Yeah, they might as well be. But it's the thing where like the check to resist the stun is harder if you have more chrome. So let me look at the K6 taser real quick. And that will be down here. Alright, the taser. 1d6 times 10 electric damage. Forces the target to make an endurance check or be stunned for 1d4 combat turns. Crit fail makes him unconscious. There is no listed range. The K6 versions are like laser guns, basically. But the ones for K4 would have a range of like 30 feet, and
You're within 30.
Like I think he's within like 20.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25. Close enough. Same thing. So yes,
should I?
You can try to taste him if you want. Yeah.
Sure. That's a 10. I tase him.
All right. So you tase him. 1d6 times 10 doubled, I guess.
120.
Jeez. All right. He's almost dead already.
Oh,
Stun gun.
Yeah, from a stun gun. Because you hit him in the face with the taser. That's gonna happen. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
So now I need to make an endurance check. At a bunch of penalties for all the crone that he has. I think it's like -1 per limb, and he has like 2 bionic arms and like a bionic eye, so it's like a -3. Should do eyes count? Let me double check.
I don't know if he did eyes.
I know that like arms
like-
and legs count, and like torso counts.
I know it's arms, legs, head itself, torso. Because I think like eyes and ears and like the fingers are
Yeah, they're all-
minor, so
yeah.
they don't technically count as a limb. So you can't add that to Chrome Crazy yet.
Let me see. Where would I even have put this? This is a good question. Con numbers, lasers, downtimes. Let's see. Let's go back up here. I remember I wrote this down somewhere, but I do not remember where. Let's see. Is that under ranged combat? Maybe it's under status effects. Yes, here we go. Electricity-based stun. Here we are. Target hit it with a taser or similar electrical-based stunning weapon ability. The target must make an endurance check according to a specific weapon ability. Targets make this check a -1 for each bionic limb they have. As a result, robots automatically fail. Bionic eyes, bionic masks, visors, and all limb upgrades, and non-full limb implants do not count. Okay, so yeah, it's only a -2 for him.
Yeah.
He rolled a 10. So he actually just pass, hilariously.
Wow.
So you hit him in the face, almost kill him, but he's somehow not stunned. He's but he's fine.
Guess he gets stunned a lot, huh?
I mean, he gets tased. Actually, I think I'm roll disadvantage to hit him in the face. So let's suppose another 10. He rolled a 3 that time. So yeah, no, he's fine. He's not fine. I lied. That's a 1d4 turn stun on him.
Okay. 1d4.
Because, you know,
We got 3 rounds to kill 2 guys.
3. Alright. Yeah, because there's no way that you're just going to walk off being tased in the cheek by, like, a police-grade taser. So he is stunned.
No, bro, you know? It's pretty crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, so he is... And his, like, bionic arms and stuff are, like, seizing up and, like, they're, like, arcing electricity bolts shooting up his body. That is Nox's turn.
Yeah, also, am I technically at half and or full cover for the guy to the right of me?
Yeah, you're in full cover for the guy to the right of you, so that he gets his
Okay.
disadvantage to shooting at you. The dude up further on the hallway, you're in
That's
full
like
view of
full
him.
line of sight
Yeah,
for me, I think. Yeah.
yeah.
And he'd be at half or full for
Yeah,
me.
he's at full, yeah. That's your turn. Up next is Andrew Oid.
Alright. Am I adjacent to your boy, perchance?
To which boy?
Of the main one? Autopsy.
No, but you can be if you moved. Seems like-
In that case... Okay... Actually, am I adjacent to one of the dancers?
No. When we just killed the guy you would have been adjacent to.
Okay. And where is the other bodyguard in this room?
There is one that has full cover from you. He is 15 feet away. And then the guy down the hallway, he's 5, like 10, 15, 20, 25. He's 35 feet away from you, and he's in full cover.
Alright, well. I think I'm going to trust Bonus to take out the guy in the hallway and Nox to finish off the guy, at least non-lethally. And I'm going to step over to the other bouncer and I'm going to sting him with my knockout thing.
Alright, so you're gonna try to syringe the bouncer that's 9 feet away from you. Are you gonna move up to him, or are you just gonna like try to ranged syringe him?
I'll dart him.
Alright, you'll dart him. Okay, so he does have full cover. So
You gonna move out so he's
yeah,
not
you
in
can
full
move
cover?
so,
Like,
yeah, you can move so that he's so he no longer gets the benefit from it. You need to move like 10 feet to do that, if you wanted.
Sure.
10 feet anyway. Alright, so you move 10 feet further along the hallway. So... I'm trying to think. Yeah, well, if you like here, you move 15 feet to get out of the... Alright. So, yeah, that's a perception check from you, because he can't dodge them. He isn't a quick boy.
Oh, 9.
Alright, so you do hit him with this syringe. It's a check that he needs to make, or is it like instantaneous he falls asleep?
Let me check my character sheet. Actually.
The hypo, right? Acts powerful anesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
During
Yeah.
check, a disadvantage or fall unconscious. Alright. So we will do this. Wow, you rolled 2 5s. Those both match. I'll say that he fails and he falls unconscious. So that's Lloyd's turn as he walks down the hallway and little finger gun knocks one of the bouncers out. Now it is Bonus's turn. He doesn't want to shoot Lloyd. And he can dual wield deagles if he really wanted to.
couldn't he just move to where the potted plant is and then shoot him, or like a little bit past that?
Well, he could have moved. Like he could have. There are options where he could have moved to get. I mean, I could have put him here as well.
No, I meant bonus.
Oh, bonus.
Yeah.
No, he moved here because the bouncer was where you are right now.
Yeah, but wasn't that the beginning of the round?
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to move yet.
Yeah, I'm saying, can't he just move and
He
then
could move.
dual wield the deagles?
Yeah, he could.
Kill him?
Let's see, how fast is bonus? Not that. Well, he's actually, because he's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can't get into melee. He has to shoot something because. I mean, I was thinking like if he can do it like quietly, then he will. Because no guns have actually been fired yet, but. Actually, he could walk up and throw the knife at him. It would be pretty funny.
He should do that. Just throw the knife to have him have a chance to drop the gun.
Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think to the right would make him
Yeah.
out of cover, in a sense.
I mean, yeah, you still get some, but not a lot. He has like half cover. Plus, like this is like a one of those like, well, this section is like the big like shelves that have like the holes in them and stuff. We're gonna put like tchotchkes on, so you can shoot through that. So he will. Let's see, how far is he? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, he's just within range. Actually, I lied. He's within range to throw this titanite knife straight into this man's face.
Oh yeah.
It won't kill him, like, because it could kill him.
It could kill him, but at the same time, I'm just trying to see if, like, if he does enough damage, it will make him drop the gun. So.
Well, that would be like a cold shot to hit him in like the hand or whatever to knock the gun out. I think Bonus is just gonna draw his OSEP 5, his non-Newtonian gel pistol.
That doesn't make sound, right?
It does. It isn't as loud as a normal firearm. Yeah, certainly as loud as a deagle or his shotgun, his revolving shotgun. But it is fully automatic, which is a reason that I'm going to have him shoot it. And it has pretty low recoil too. So he's just gonna draw his backup pistol, because it's like non-Newtonian fluid pistol, and just spray these bullets. So this is 5 shots at a -3 each, because it's -2 for half cover. Hoo boy. If he makes any of these, I would be surprised, to be honest. Let's get a +1 actually for the thing. He got a -2, -1, a 0.
How is he failing this
a
bad?
1, and a 6. Now if we add the additional +1 for his thing, his what is it? His mask, his helmet, has the targeting suite. That means that this is a -1, a 1, a 0, a 2, and a 7. So only one of them actually hits. This is why cover is important, children. That's 2d100 though. So we still could kill this dude, this bouncer, in one shot. Oh, that's 2 90s. Yeah. No, it's 90-60. I lied. 90-60. I still definitely killed him. So yes, the bonus is this is non-Newtonian gel pistol, and the rounds they're really weird. They like slam into like the drywall and like the metal of like the walls, and like they do like a dent and like pierce the wall. But after like they hit, they know that they do their damage. The gel like oozes out of the wound in the wall. It's very weird. But he just manages sprays this dude down. And most of the shots slam into the wall or like the ceiling and the floor. But one of them manages to hit the thug in the shoulder as the guy tries to like reel around the corner to like shoot a pistol, and hits him in the chest, and thug number 3 goes down. Combat is basically over because there's an unconscious thug and a stunned boss left. So.
Get sure.
Kyle, your mic is freaking out.
No.
Alright, stop. Nope, it's not stop. I lied. So while he fixes that, yeah, combat is pretty much over, unless you guys like take longer than 18 or like 12 seconds to restrain.
Hello?
Oopsie. Hello. It's fixed. Lovely.
It's fixed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nope, I lied. Sorry.
God damn it.
Limo. You hear that too, Xavier, right? I'm not going crazy?
Yeah. I can hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess I'll hop over to the stunned guy and start putting him. Actually, what do we have to wrap this guy up?
That's a good question. Um, I mean, you could just knock him out if you wanted to, just, drug him or whatever. Or
Is it good?
it seems to be for the moment.
I hope so.
I mean,
Yeah,
you could probably find stuff. I mean, you could find like.
I was just
Yeah, I'll just ask Bonus to hold him down where I look for something around here.
Can't
Right.
you just inject him with the knockout thing?
I mean, I guess I could. Actually, yeah, that'd probably be easier
Right.
for
Yeah. So you just walk
delivering
up and jab
the
him
police.
in the neck with knockout serum. I'm gonna make before we end the episode. I'm going to check something really quick to see if anybody downstairs heard those gunshots. No, hilarious. I rolled 2 checks there, one for the civilians and one for the guards, and they both rolled 3s.
That
So
music
that's
be
rare.
bumping.
Yeah, bro, you know it. Yes. So yeah. So you've got your unconscious boss man, who is also like on death's door. By the way, like 30 health left. He's him and his buddy are not doing too good. Well, his buddy's uninjured, but he is not doing too good. He's like smoking. So yeah, so as you guys are in this dude's swanky apartment, we will end the episode off there, I think.
Okay.
So, if you enjoyed, of course, leave a like down below, comment, hit the subscribe button if you come here more than once ever in your entire life. If you hated it, comment down below, leave a dislike, and subscribe so you can be the first person to leave hate comments. We will see you in the next episode of Korner K4.